Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the wild world of SUVs, but not just any SUVs. We're talking about the bottom of the barrel, the absolute worst of the worst. These are the vehicles that make you question humanity when you see someone driving one. So buckle up, grab your popcorn, and get ready for some serious SUV shaming as we uncover the 6 worst SUVs on the market today. Let's get started. First up on our list of shame is the Jeep Compass. Now I know what you're thinking, Jeep, but they're known for their off-road capability. And you'd be right for the most part, but the Compass? It's like the black sheep of the Jeep family, the one they try to hide at family reunions. The Compass tries to capitalize on the rugged Jeep image, but it falls flat on its face. It's about as capable off-road as a goldfish in a desert. The engine is anemic, the transmission is clunky, and the interior feels like it was designed in the dark. And don't even get me started on the reliability. The Compass has been plagued with problems, from electrical gremlins to transmission failures. It's the kind of car that will leave you stranded on the side of the road, wondering why you ever trusted a Jeep with such a questionable reputation. But the worst part? The Compass isn't even that cheap. You can find much better SUVs for the same price or even less. So why would anyone buy a Compass? Your guess is as good as mine. Maybe they're lured in by the Jeep badge, thinking they're getting a rugged, capable SUV. Next up on our list of automotive abominations is the Mitsubishi Outlander. This SUV is the epitome of mediocrity. So average that it's almost offensive. It's like the beige wall of the SUV world, completely uninspiring and utterly forgettable. The first thing that strikes you about the Outlander is its design, or lack thereof. It's like Mitsubishi took every boring SUV design cliché from the past decade and mashed them together into one uninspired package. It's bland, it's generic, and it screams, "I have no personality." But wait, it gets worse. Step inside the Outlander, and you'll be greeted by an interior that's just as uninspiring as its exterior. Cheap plastics abound, the design is dated, and the technology feels like it's from a bygone era. It's like stepping into a time capsule from 2005, and not in a good way. But the Outlander's sins don't end there. It also suffers from a sluggish engine, uninspiring handling, and fuel economy that's nothing to write home about. It's just a dull, uninspired SUV that fails to excel in any area. So why would anyone buy a Mitsubishi Outlander? Again, I'm stumped. Moving on to our next victim, we have the Nissan Juke, a vehicle that's as polarizing as pineapple on pizza. Some people might find its quirky styling endearing. But let's be real, most people just think it's downright ugly. The Juke looks like it was designed by a committee of 5-year-olds hopped up on sugar. It's got bulges and curves in all the wrong places, and those bug-eyed headlights look like they belong on a cartoon character, not a real-life car. But hey, maybe you're the type of person who likes to stand out from the crowd, even if it means driving a car that looks like it escaped from a circus. Fair enough, but even if you can stomach the Juke's exterior, its interior won't do you any favors. Despite its compact size, the Juke's interior is surprisingly cramped, especially in the back. The rear seats are best left for small children or contortionists, and the cargo space is laughably small. Good luck fitting anything more than a couple of grocery bags back there. And let's not forget about the Juke's driving experience, which is about as exciting as watching paint dry. Next up on our automotive hit list, we have the Fiat 500X. A vehicle that tries so hard to be cute and quirky that it forgets to be a good car. It's like the Fiat 500's awkward teenage sibling, trying desperately to fit in with the cool kids, but failing miserably. The 500X is essentially a Fiat 500 that's been inflated like a balloon, and the result is, well, awkward. It's not quite a hatchback, not quite an SUV, and it ends up stuck in this weird, no man's land of automotive design. But hey, maybe you're into that sort of thing. Maybe you find the 500X's cutesy styling charming. But even if you can look past its awkward proportions, the 500X's shortcomings become glaringly obvious once you step inside. The interior is cramped, the materials are cheap, and the technology feels dated. It's like Fiat raided a bargain bin of car parts and threw them together with little regard for quality or design. And don't even get me started on the driving experience. The 500X is powered by a wheezy engine that struggles to get out of its own way, and the handling is about as sharp as a butter knife. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're about to delve into the depths of automotive despair with the Dodge Journey, a vehicle so bad it's almost impressive. It's like Dodge took all the worst parts of a minivan and an SUV and Frankensteined them together into this monstrosity. The Journey is the automotive equivalent of a participation trophy. It exists solely to fill a space, not to excel in any way. Its design is bland and uninspired, its interior is cheap and plasticky, and its technology is about as advanced as a flip phone. But wait, it gets worse. The Journey is also plagued with reliability problems. From transmission failures to electrical gremlins, this SUV is a ticking time bomb of potential repair bills. It's the kind of car that will make you want to swear off SUVs altogether. But the real kicker? The Dodge Journey isn't even that cheap. You can find much better SUVs for the same price or even less. So why would anyone buy a Journey? It's a mystery that may never be solved. Maybe they're lured in by the Dodge name, thinking they're getting a powerful, sporty SUV. Last but certainly not least on our list of automotive offenders, we have the Chevrolet Trax, a vehicle that's as exciting as a bowl of plain oatmeal. It's like Chevrolet took all the blandness of a rental car and crammed it into an SUV-shaped package. The Trax is the kind of car that blends seamlessly into the background, completely forgettable and utterly devoid of personality. Its design is about as inspiring as a tax form, its interior is awash in cheap plastics, and its technology feels like it's a decade behind the times. But wait, there's more. The Trax also suffers from a serious lack of power. Its engine is anemic at best, struggling to accelerate even with just the driver on board. Good luck merging onto the highway or tackling any hills in this thing. And don't even get me started on the driving experience. The Trax handles like a shopping cart with a wobbly wheel, and its ride is about as smooth as a gravel road. It's just not a fun car to drive. And there you have it, folks, the 6 worst SUVs that only idiots buy. If you're in the market for a new SUV, do yourself a favor and steer clear of these automotive abominations. Your wallet and your sanity will thank you. Thanks for watching, and be sure to let me know in the comments which SUV you think is the absolute worst of the worst. Until next time, happy driving.